For 30 years, ARM played nice. They licensed technology. They collected checks. They stayed in their lane. Not anymore. ARM just declared war on Intel and AMD, and they brought Meta with them. This is ARM's nuclear option. Silicon Wars. Cambridge, United Kingdom, March 2026. ARM Holdings just did something that changes the semiconductor industry forever. For the first time in their history, they're not just licensing technology. They're selling their own chips, and they're not targeting smartphones. They're going straight for the jugular. Data centers. Intel's turf. AMD's turf. The heart of the x86 empire. ARM's message to the industry? We built the architecture that powers your phones. Now we're building the chips that will power the AI revolution. And we're coming for your customers. Meet the AGI CPU. This isn't a prototype. This is a real chip. It has 136 cores. Let me repeat that. 136 cores on a single piece of silicon. And it's hungry. 300 watts of power. That's enough to run 3 high-end gaming PCs simultaneously. But here's the magic. For the work it does, it's still more power efficient than anything Intel or AMD offers. Who's building this monster? TSMC. Taiwan's semiconductor giant is manufacturing the AGI CPU on their most advanced process node. This isn't a paper launch. This is real silicon. And here's the detail that should terrify Intel. Meta is the first customer. The company that runs Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, the world's largest social media empire, just bet on ARM, a handshake between two massive companies. Meta's data centers are massive. They process billions of users, trillions of interactions, endless AI recommendations. If ARM's AGI CPU can handle Meta's workloads, it can handle anyone's. Think about what this means. Every time you scroll Instagram, every time Facebook recommends a video, every time WhatsApp encrypts a message, that's compute. And soon, that compute will run on ARM's silicon. But Meta is just the beginning. ARM's internal targets are massive. They expect this new chip business to generate $15 billion in annual revenue within 5 years. Total ARM revenue? $25 billion. That's 5 times where they are today. From a $5 billion company to a $25 billion company in half a decade. Wall Street loved it. The day of the announcement, ARM shares jumped 16%. SoftBank, which still owns 90% of ARM, saw their stock rise 7.9%. The market is betting this vision becomes reality. So what does this mean for Intel and AMD? For decades, the data center has been x86 territory. Intel's Xeon, AMD's EPYC, ARM was the phone chip, the low-power option, the underdog. But here's the thing about AI workloads. They're insatiable. They devour power. Data center electricity bills are skyrocketing, and ARM's architecture was literally designed for power efficiency. The AGI CPU delivers comparable or better performance than top-tier x86 chips at lower power. For hyperscalers like Meta, Google, and Amazon, that translates to millions of dollars in saved electricity costs every single year. But here's the complication. Some of ARM's biggest customers are also building their own chips. Apple has the M series, Amazon has Graviton, Google has Axion, all built on ARM architecture, all competitors to ARM's new chip business. When asked about this, ARM CEO Rene Haas had a simple response. The market is so big, there's room for everyone. And he's not wrong. The data center chip market is over $100 billion and growing. ARM doesn't need to win every customer. They just need to win enough. But here's ARM's secret weapon. They know their own architecture better than anyone. Every customer building an ARM-based chip. Apple, Amazon, Google, they all license from ARM. Think of it this way. ARM designed the blueprint. For years, they let others build houses from that blueprint. Now they're building their own houses, and they have access to the very best tools, the most advanced designs, before anyone else. If ARM's own chips outperform the licensed designs, customers face a choice. Pay for ARM's chip or pay for ARM's license and build your own. Either way, ARM wins. So here's where we stand. ARM is no longer the friendly neighbor licensing technology to the world. They're a competitor. They have a 136-core monster. They have Meta as their first customer. And they have a $25 billion revenue target. Intel and AMD built the data center era. ARM just announced they're building the AI era. The war for the server room has officially begun.